Welcome to Detroit 360, your personal guide to all things Detroit. I'm your host, Sheila Grant. So I'm sitting here at the bus stop and I'm waiting to go get a workout in at one of Detroit's rec centers. I'm gonna do a little bit of boxing today. And while I'm sitting here waiting on the bus, I'm reflecting back on a time in Detroit's history when women were the pioneers for D-Dot.
They told me that they didn't hire any bus drivers, any females, so I wanted to know why. Why not? I was getting ready to file a lawsuit. I went back and asked them again, and they told me that they had gotten to my name on the register. I guess they thought about it, and then they said that they had gotten my name to the register. And when they got my name, of course, I was the only female on the register with a couple of other friends. They had to hire me then. So they hired me. It was 6 weeks of training. And they paid us $2 an hour, 5 days, 40 hours. When I got to the end of my 6 weeks, they hired me. And I worked at the Gilbert terminal. I was the first female bus driver in Detroit, Michigan. And then, of course, then the gates were open for everybody because more women, 2 or 3 women came early on, you know, behind me.
I'm Mary Eatman, one of the first 7 female bus drivers for DOT in Detroit. When I first became a bus driver in 1973, it really came at a good time. Affirmative action had just come out and women were able to get any job that they thought they could handle. And when I saw the first female bus driver, her name was Doris Walker, I did not realize that I would become one in that same year. When I first started in 1973, the company was called DSR, which meant Detroit Street and Railway. But shortly after we started working, it became DOT. When we first started working, we had to wear the men clothing and the men hats because we didn't have it. Later on, they brought this little hat in for the women so we would look a little bit more feminine. It turned out it was a really good job. I often ask myself, I don't know how you could work a job that hard and that stressful and still come out in the end, you'd be pretty happy. With D-Dot being one of the first 7 female women to drive the bus. And talking about promotions, the promotions was coming very fast. And I was the first, now I was the first on this, I wasn't the first bus driver, but I was the first woman to become a superintendent. Then women came behind me. We have many women superintendents and high leaders in the transportation system. I came on the job in 1973 and I retired in 1993.
When I came in, they really didn't believe women could handle the bus. I worked out of Gilbert Terminal, which was off of Wabash, and some of the drivers were very reluctant to take us on as students. But there were those marvelous drivers that did believe that we could handle that bus. I loved going up the ladder. I became an instructor for DOT. I was a certified instructor, and that was the first also. I appreciate the opportunity that they gave me, and I would not change that for anything. And I met wonderful women on the job as well as men.
The Detroit Department of Health and Wellness Promotion local maternal and child health program is designed to improve the health of mothers, infants, and children. Safe sleep classes are offered to caregivers to learn safety precautions to prevent sleep-related infant deaths. Parents and caregivers should remember the ABCs of safe sleep. A. Alone. Make sure there are no blankets, pillows, toys, stuffed animals, or bumper pads in the crib. B. Back. Babies should sleep on their back. It's easier for them to breathe because nothing is blocking the baby's mouth or nose. C. Crib. Babies should sleep in a safety-approved crib, bassinet, or a pack-and-play. S. Smoke-free environment. Keep your baby's air clean. Babies who are exposed to smoke are 5 times more likely to die of sleep-related causes. Here are other ways to keep your baby safe.
1. Room sharing, but not bed sharing. With room sharing, you will still be close to your baby and the baby will be safe. The second thing is the temperature of the room. We want to make sure that the baby is not overheated. The room temperature should be between 68 and 72 degrees.
Safe sleep classes are held every 4th Tuesday of the month at the Family Place at 8726 Woodward Avenue. For more information, call 313-410-5264.
Hey guys, I'm out here enjoying this beautiful fall day. I've enjoyed walking around the city and just kind of finding out about spots I didn't know before. Speaking of, Motor City Passport is great for discovering hidden gems in the city. Let's see where host Joe Darby is at this week.
Today on Motor City Passport, I'm taking you to Painting with a Twist. It's the 3rd location, but the first one in Detroit. Donna and Michelle Lewis opened the first one in 2010, a second location in 2012, and the Detroit location that's located in the Julian Madison building in 2015. Now, I know you know about painting, but do you know about painting with a twist?
We are business partners, and we are at Painting with a Twist, downtown Detroit. And the special thing about us, we're not just business partners, but we're sisters to each other.
All right, you want to drop down an inch, just like I got the car here. And you want to put a line across right here. He would put the camera on it when I'm drawing on crooked.
Am I doing this right, Michelle?
Yep.
I'm trying.
Straight lines and stuff. She is in there.
I've done this a couple times. I ain't even worried. Okay, well clearly I'm behind because I guess I've been talking too much, but I'm gonna be painting in about 4 more lines. So hold on one sec. 4 more pencil strokes. He's gonna get some buildings in here.
And when you go back, put in your brush drop. Drop down about an inch.
Okay, so I want to know like what the twist is. Well, they want to know what the twist is.
The twist is you get to bring your favorite bottle of wine.
Oh, really?
Yes. So if you look at our logo, it has the twist on the T, and it symbolizes, kind of like that BYOB thing, bring your favorite bottle of wine. But if it's something like a family day or a senior day, we don't necessarily encourage the wine on those days with our younger painters, so that's for our adult crowd. And of course, the twist is you just get to be who you are when you come to Painting with a Twist. Just let it all down, let your hair down, just have a good time. And that we consider as our twist as well.
That's what I was wondering. So I know you have an instructor, but can you ever stray away from what he's trying to tell you to do? Can you ever do anything?
On your own. I do it all the time.
Okay,
I'm sure you probably, thought about going off on your own, and you can do that. We do have a Ferndale and Farmington location, and the reason we opened in Detroit because it was just the right place and the right time. It's been so many new, fun, exciting developments within the last 2 years, and we just wanted to be a part of it. We grew up in Detroit, went to school in Detroit, and we just felt it was us to capture the excitement and the opportunities that were going on in Detroit.
Painting with a Twist is not just for adults. So we do encourage families and younger painters of 7 years of age and up. And that's when we do the family days. We do kids camp when the kids are out for summer, also for winter break and spring breaks too.
All right, so we taking this one, right? And it's gonna get some black paint. All right, so the paint is all under here, inside this nice looking paper plate. We got, what is that? 6 colors? All right, cool. All right, Donnie, you're gonna have to walk me through this. So y'all just paint the sides. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you. I'm trying. That's true. Definitely a date night.
Oh, for
I heard
sure.
This is a date night winner.
Oh my God, yes, we sell out for date nights. And the girls' night out, oh my gosh. We're open till, what, 12 o'clock on the weekends?
Midnight?
Yes.
Really?
We'll have parties that come from 10 to 12. Folks want to hang out, something to do. It gives them something different to do.
Yes.
Yes.
And positive. Michelle, yours looks way better than mine.
Oh, get out of here.
Look at this.
All you got to do is just layer the colors on. Just shoop, shoop, and just go the other way, pick up a little more green on it, and just kind of overlap them. But
Okay,
hit it.
It does look smooth.
Painting with a Twist is just a whole lot of fun regardless. Anybody can be an artist, and it's all about basically creating your own masterpiece. So we do encourage that with people coming to Painting with a Twist, and it's all about, just having a lot of fun, creating your masterpieces. Anybody can do this. It's therapeutic, and we do encourage it for our guests to come and create their own masterpieces.
We love what we do here, and we love the fact that folks come in and they just have a ball. They do.
My masterpiece, the reveal. In less than 2 hours, right? Because I got here at 4 o'clock. It's just now 6, right? Me and Donna got our paintings finished. Michelle had to leave.
Yes, she did.
But hers was awesome.
Hers was awesome. She's like really artistic and all. But we did our thing too.
She made me look bad a little
Right.
bit, but we
Well,
good.
we proud of this.
Yes.
Yes, girl. We in there.
So I don't want you to just listen to me and want to come down here just because I said so. I want you to come down here and see it for yourself. I'm Joe Darby, and this is Motor City Passport.
There's nothing worse than wasting time. Well, maybe waiting in lines. But now I can pay my water bill from my phone, tablet, or laptop. All it takes is a quick click and bam, I can check, manage, and pay my water bill from anywhere. That means more time with the family at Rouge Park, more time for myself on the Riverwalk, or just at home on Outer Drive. I can pay my water bill anywhere. It's that easy. So skip the line and pay your bill online. Visit www.detroitmi.gov/paymywaterbill to register today.
Dear God, can we talk for a minute? I know I don't pray as much as I should, but I've got something on my mind. See, my dad goes to work every day to help other people. He risks his own life to save the lives of others. And I think he likes doing it, but last night I saw him crying. He didn't know I was watching, but I saw him. Maybe he saw something bad. I don't like seeing my dad sad, but I know you made him a firefighter for a reason. I'm guessing it's to help people when you're busy with other things. So, I just wanted to thank you for giving me such a cool dad. I know some people call him a hero, but to me, that's just plain weird. Oh, P.S. I think I know why my dad cries. Maybe he cries sometimes so more people can smile. Anyways, thanks for listening, God. Amen.
Hey guys, I'm at Coleman Young Rec Center. Did you know that the Detroit Parks and Recs Department has a few rec centers with boxing rings in them? Well, I'm about to get my workout on, and I want you to stay tuned for the next piece on Matrix Boxing.
When I first came back here in 2008, the neighborhood was physically intact, meaning that it wasn't a lot of blighted homes. It wasn't a lot of this whole, what we see now, this almost emptiness in certain parts of the neighborhood. The blight has never been this severe. And so you got parts of the neighborhood where this is all a young person is seeing, you know, overgrown grass, certain parts, overgrown grass, blighted homes. And so that memory, you know, is setting up to be very toxic, because now they're saying, you know, I live in a somewhat bad neighborhood, and then there's nothing going on.
So about almost 2 years ago, we saw this need where kids needed something to do after hours. So it would be after summer camp, be after the building actually closed, and we came up with this thought that we needed to have a safe place for them. So strategically in the partnerships, what we did is we partnered with the Detroit Police Department and came up with a midnight basketball and boxing program. The route of the program started from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. You know, they would come in on a Friday, like I said, after hours, when only thing that's open is liquor stores around here and places where they can buy blunt papers and cigarettes, loose cigarettes. So we figured we'd give them something to do during those times. We introduced all kids to boxing during those sessions, but that turned into a program in itself, where we were able to offer boxing Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 4:30 to 7:30. Within the first 6 months, we had 4 kids that won gold gloves. We had 4 kids that won the Junior Olympics. And then I think it was 3 kids that won the silver gloves. So you've seen success right away. And we knew that was from the dedication of them coming on a regular basis.
My name is Anthony Payne. I box for the Matrix. I have been boxing for a year. I was playing football. Football was my thing until I got up in age. I had to play with the big people. I was too small, so I found the sport that inspired me to where you can do anything your height, so I started boxing. I used to like fighting, so one day we used to play basketball up here. I came down here, introduced myself to the coach. He said I should maybe come box up here.
Ever since he been boxing, you know, he been doing a lot better with his grades, with his discipline and things. Like, he's more responsible. Like, he gets up and goes to practice. You ain't gotta tell him to do things. Like I said, he go through the things average kids do. You gotta remind him to take out the trash and stuff like that. But as far as his attitude and stuff like that, you see a big difference in him. You know what I'm saying? He a lot more disciplined.
The main thing that we do here at the Matrix Center, especially in the boxing program, is to get young men and women to come off the streets and learn something that's more constructive, something that they can use to benefit themselves in the future. It gives an outlet for the kids. In a lot of sense, a lot of kids take their aggressions out on these bags or even in the ring a little bit. They don't let it get out of hand, but it helps them. And at the same time, it helps them, it helps us, because when we see them growing, when we see them blossoming, it keeps us going.
I believe it builds confidence, self-esteem. You should see the young man when he won his first competition. He brought in the belt, how excited he was. You can use it as leverage. You know, if a kid is not doing well in school, you can say, well, you're doing well in boxing. You know, let's take that learning that you're doing to become this great boxer and apply that to your learning.
You probably have about 25, 30 kids that come to boxing. But on a competition level, you got about 6 kids. And they come and train on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays with the other kids, you know. But then on the weekends, they weekend warriors. So they go anywhere from Flint. The kids, 2 weeks ago, they went to Cadillac, Michigan. That's the other cool thing about the boxing program, that it is giving them exposure. I don't know how many kids in this zip code have been up north in Michigan, you know, to Cadillac, Michigan, which is probably a 3-hour drive from here. It's night and day from the east side of Detroit and Cadillac, Michigan. So that's a great experience for them to get a chance to see.
Main goal was really to provide activity for a young person in the neighborhood. Another impact I believe that I'm seeing, and this is really just around the young kids, how exciting they are when they come here. And then the coaches, the coaches are dedicated, they're volunteering their time, spending their resources to make a difference in these young people's lives.
I can see the impact and the change in the things that are happening in this neighborhood. There are positive things happening in 48205, and midnight basketball and boxing is definitely one of them.
Join thousands of volunteers and help keep our city safe during Angels Night, October 29th through the 31st. You can patrol a neighborhood, adopt and watch a vacant property, or simply turn on your porch light. To join the volunteer effort, sign up online at angelsnight.org or call 313-224-4415. We're encouraging residents to take part in a variety of Halloween activities at Detroit recreation centers or police precincts on October 31st. Several Detroit fire stations also will be passing out candy to trick-or-treaters. Go to angelsnight.org for more details. Please join us on October 29th, 30th, or 31st. Together, we can keep the Angels Night period safe for everyone.
Hi, I'm Zaina, and for those that like to stand out, this is Spectacles, where you should be shopping.
We've been here since 1984. The greatest product that we broke was Spike Lee, the 40 Acres and a Mule merchandise, because back then Spike didn't have a store. I was fortunate enough that when we started doing the Spike Lee merchandise, I met a buyer from Osaka, Japan. And he sent me a huge check for some merchandise because they had a department store. And I forwarded that check to Spike Lee. And after that, he was like, give her whatever she wants. It just solidified things. So a couple of years ago when the building was sold, there was a uproar about the fact that Spectacles might have to close. And because of the outpour, not just social media, but also our local newspaper wrote stories about what happened, we were able to get a call from the Lear Corporation and say, don't move. We'd love for you to stay here. You're just the kind of business we'd like to support. And we're going to be getting a brand new store. It's going to be completely renovated. And only a couple of weeks ago, we finally inked our new lease with the Lear Corporation, which is going to allow Spectacles hopefully to be here for another 20 years or so. You know, we can always tell you what's going on in our city of Detroit. You can always come get some cool sunglasses, a great baseball cap, an on-time t-shirt, things that are about the Black experience.
That's it for this week's episode of Detroit 360. I'm your host, Sheila Grant. Thanks for watching.